Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another Battlestar Galactica board game night, here with Marbazir.
Hi everybody.
Avak.
Hello.
And Shenrir.
Hello, everyone.
I can't say any of your names, it's terrible.
You always get it right the second time.
Yeah. Because my Cylon programming doesn't allow it, that's the problem. So it is a new turn. Is it the Chief's turn?
Yes, because we concluded
Yeah.
Hilo's turn in yesterday.
Yep,
so,
that was my crisis.
Excellent. So draw your cards and figure out what you want to do.
Okay, so 1 politics, 2 leadership, and 2 engineering.
The Cylon fleet is very likely to jump in on us soon. However, it's only 4 raiders, which is pretty lightweight.
Question: How much of a priority is it to get out those 2 damaged Vipers?
It's not a huge priority because we do have a fair amount of ships.
It's
would
lower
be very
priority
nice. They
than
are the
killing the
super ones.
Centurion.
Well, yeah, of course.
And I always forget, actually, the super ones move 2 squares instead of 1. I think I've already goofed that up once.
The super ones? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
The blue ones.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think I missed an opportunity to take a double move and clear off a ship at some point, but that's okay.
Is
Are
their
you saying-
attack also better or just movement?
Just their movement, they're actually harder to kill, though.
Oh, okay.
So what you're saying is you purposefully let that heavy raider get past us.
Phew, scallywag.
That totally
Yeah,
makes
totally.
sense.
It's part of my plan.
Right.
So, Chief, yeah. So I don't know. Repairing it would be handy, and remember, as a Chief, you do get to take another action afterwards. Like, what's super sweet is if you're, as a Chief, you like, first action, I repair Vipers. Second action, I executive order someone. Or
Funnily
something like
enough,
that. Oh.
boom, boom.
All right, so we'll take the 2 damaged Vipers,
Yep.
move them to the reserves. And
Hooray.
who are you XOing?
I mean, Shen's got an awful lot of cards to play. At this point, he's going to be discarding so many. But those quorum cards are so awesome.
They are. I will say the other thing. Oh, you can't do this, unfortunately. It would have been nice for you to repair the command.
Ah, right.
Which
Because I can
didn't
repair,
occur
yeah,
to me.
of course.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I would probably, rather than repair the 2 Vipers,
Right.
I would say move to command, repair that, then exo someone.
Can I actually do that? I think... Let's have a look.
Sure.
During your turn after you use repair. Oh, yeah, because it's... Yeah, okay. I'll do that then. So I can move and then use an action.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm cool with that. So there we are. And I am going to give it to Shen again. Those quorum cards are just too potent. Not to
God, my hand
make
is so
yourself-
full. Okay.
I can't. You're like that meme. Why can't I hold all these limes? Why can't I
I'm
hold all
going to
these
get another
skill
quorum
cards?
card.
God, I hope Shen is not a Cylon.
I know this is going to destroy. There is that point in my back of my head. It's like, well, I don't think he is, but if he was, this is very bad.
God, so many of these have like keep this card in play, and I just got to read all this text. There's so much text.
Yeah.
That's secretly why I keep
Have
exiting
fun
him.
reading all of that.
It's like, haha, I'm just going to force him to sit here.
Yeah, it's like when you play Magic or something. You open a pack and there's a card with a bunch of text. You're like, it's probably super overpowered, but there's just too much to read. Will not play.
No kidding. And I don't want to like hold you guys up too much, but I have so many cards in my hand. It's nuts.
Now, being president's a big responsibility.
Indeed.
So one option is to play a quorum card and take some skill cards in my hand, and the other option is just to draw another quorum card.
Yes.
Right. You could just resign and give me the president's title. You know I'm not
I
a
do
Cylon.
have that card. I do have that card. Yeah.
And then I'll do all the reading. And be President Cag, Apollo. I like it. I don't think that would
All
be
right,
a good idea.
I'm going to assign a mission specialist, which allows me to change the admiral's ship.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Okay.
that's how it works.
You draw 2 politics card, give this card to any other player. Keep it in play. The next time the fleet jumps, this player chooses the destination instead of the admiral,
Ah, right.
and you draw 3 destination cards instead of 2. So we get to dig
nice.
deeper into the destination deck.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good.
That's actually a
huh?
really good card, yeah.
So who's the mission specialist?
I'm going to give that to Mr. Marbozir.
Okay.
Really? You know I'm not a Cylon. We suspect there might be a Cylon. Hilo is one of the people who might potentially be the Cylon.
No, it's not.
You see,
What gives you that
all
idea?
I'm hearing here is the Cylon complaining about being passed up.
Yeah.
This is not good. It's going to let him dig deeply and greedily for a 1-point destination card.
Hey, I gave us a pretty damn good destination card. The first
Mind
time
you,
around.
we don't know if you had 2 3s and one was really, really good. And you just said, oh, wow.
Shen,
Yes.
I think you've done goofed. You drew 2 leadership cards when I think you were
Yes.
supposed to draw 2 politic cards.
Were they politics I'm supposed to draw? Is that
Yeah,
what it says on the card?
from the mission specialist.
Okay, how do I put these back?
Just
discard them.
yeah, right-click
Yeah,
discard. That's fine.
Thank you.
Ah, you threw away in executive order. Bloody Cylon.
What am I supposed to do? It's my only 2 politics card, or whatever they're called, leadership.
Okay, so
Okay, and that's all I can do, right?
well, you got XO'd, so that was your first action.
Oh my god, again?
Yeah,
Yes. All of the
Stop XOing
reading.
Tory.
And
No,
speaking of
we need to.
Speaking of exhaust, I exhaust you out of the sickbay, Quill.
Yes.
That's how you repay me.
That's true, actually. That was a good move. Maybe there is no Cylon. But how did that other piloting card get in there?
Well, as you said, it could have just been an accident.
Could have.
As I said, you could verify that I dumped all my piloting cards.
We could,
Discarded.
but you know that none of us are going to be bothered to go looking.
I'm
Alright,
surprised
so-
people aren't accusing me of being a Cylon, since I do have a lot of piloting cards, and it could have easily been me.
Accept prophecy. It says draw a skill card of any type, and then keep this card in play when a player activates administration or chooses the president with the admiral's quarters location. Increase difficulty by 2. Cool.
Okay. So you get a skill card. Well, you're actually going to get 3 skill cards because you're Tory. And then you are protected against people trying to brig you or steal your president's title.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very
Very
good.
nice.
Do you see how many cards I have?
Or very bad for us if he's a Cylon.
You've got
Yeah.
17 cards.
I'm gonna have to throw some
13
away.
or skill cards, yeah. Well, we'll see what the quorum or the crisis is.
Yeah, not until your turn. But is that it now? So we go on to the crisis, yeah?
That's
Yeah.
my whole turn.
So this is now the Chief's crisis.
Well, that wasn't even my turn. Oh god.
That's right. So you're going to draw more cards at the start of your
Yeah.
turn.
Why did you say Tory was good?
Well,
She is.
She is. It's just
Okay.
really annoyingly
I mean, who
good.
cares if you have to discard a few cards?
Okay.
Chief Tyrrell chooses.
Oh, really? Current player
Yeah.
chooses. Pass. The current player draws 1 politics skill card. Fail. -1 population.
It's a pretty easy check.
Or
Only 6.
the current player discards 1 skill card after the activate Cylon ship step. Return to the resolve crisis step. Draw a new. Oh, wow. That's
Wait, is that
nasty.
an icon where the base star launches
Launches.
missiles?
Yeah, so what
And
would
we
happen...
don't have one.
Yeah, if you pick the second option, a base star would spawn on the Cylon fleet board. That would also advance the pursuit track enough to move all the Cylon ships into our space area.
Right.
And then you would have to draw an entirely new crisis card.
Which would be
So that's kind of
absolutely
bad.
disgusting. There's
It would be
no
pretty
way
bad.
you'd ever do this unless you were a Cylon.
That's right. So what are you going to choose?
Well, as it happens.
You're putting him on the spot.
No. I'm panicking. I'll just choose option 2. No. Okay, so we're going to obviously go for the skill roll.
Uh-huh. That's good.
So, and if we
So-
fail, it's only 1 population as well.
That's true.
Of which we got 11. I mean, I don't mean to be mean, civilians.
And I'm going to point out
but-
our president does have a hell of a lot of skill cards.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, which would all probably be in the right sort of area. And we know that the last draw got 2 of the treachery cards, so there shouldn't be any more treachery cards in this deck.
I believe that is correct, yeah. So, I added from the deck of Destiny. So now Tory is the first person to put cards.
Oh, well, I wanted to do restore order first.
Okay. What does that do?
Okay.
Okay.
So no skill checks.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. my
And now
turn.
Tory can still add cards to the skill check if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I guess this is fine. Yeah, face down.
One thing with this board is wherever I put my mouse, something pops up. It's like, no!
Yeah.
There's so little safe space for me to move my mouse.
All right, go ahead, Quill.
I am going to not put in a card.
That's
pass.
pretty
So now it's Hilo.
suspicious, but okay.
I'm not adding anything because I can't really help with this.
That is unfortunate, as I really can't help much. Shen, how much have you helped?
I put in...
vaguely. Do you feel that I need to back this up?
I'll tell you the exact value of what I put in if you'd like.
I'm
don't
not sure
think
You
you're
can't
allowed.
do that. You
Yeah,
can
you
say if
can't
you
do
helped
that.
a lot or a little.
I put in a
Or
positive number.
That doesn't tell me much.
And we need a 6, and there's 2 random cards in there, and I haven't kept track of color. I think all the piloting is gone. The treacheries are gone, but otherwise I don't know.
I mean, I can put a card in, I guess, but it's not going to do much. If we don't hit it, then it's probably not going to help us. But it's literally one of the only things I can do. So, yeah, there we are.
And
I'm
mind
done.
you, he played a card that makes skill checks, not resolve.
I know, which is the problem, because I had good ones that had skill checks.
Yeah.
Now they're not going to resolve. Which
I
is
didn't
All right.
realize there were positive ones.
yeah.
Card.
I was just thinking of the treachery cards.
Yeah,
They're not
although
there.
we're out of treachery. So that is, we're at +1. We are at -1. We are at -4.
Oh, God.
We are at -1.
Okay,
Well, that
that's a
didn't
fail.
work.
That is definitely a fail. We lose 1 population. I will decrease that now.
So,
But
hold on.
all
Yeah.
things considered, it's not too bad. We lost 1 population.
Hold on. Someone had to add a negative card, or am I crazy?
No.
There were only 2 negative ones.
No, 3, because there was a treachery card.
No, there wasn't.
No.
No.
No? Maybe I'm going crazy.
This Cylon
I
is
said-
malfunctioning, clearly.
I mean, someone may have still added in a bad card. I'm not tracking
I-
everything, but
The card that I put down was, I said I was doing it to protect against treachery cards. I didn't realize there weren't any more in the deck.
right.
That's why I
Oh,
mentioned
yeah,
treachery
yeah.
cards.
I got confused
Yeah.
because that
Yeah.
card that you put out actually kind of prevented me from trying to help.
Oh, sorry.
It's easy. It's easy enough. And as he said, he didn't know that they were positive ones. There are positive skill check cards. Ironically, one of the ones I could have played would literally have turned that into a pass. But alas,
So
You're talking about the positive still check cards, like the one that doubles engineering value?
yeah,
Yeah,
or
those sort of
makes
things.
engineering cards positive instead. Oh, and that's not a skill check. Never mind.
yeah, but things along those lines that would
Gotcha.
Yeah,
change
or
it.
pick the current player gets to pick up a card and can't take it out of the skill check. That's pretty good too.
Okay,
So-
so we failed, which means we lost 1 population.
Yeah, which I've
already
already taken
done?
down.
Okay.
Next,
That's
we
it.
have to activate the Cylon steps, which is to trigger a base star on the sideboard. It's going to go into spot number 3,
Okay.
which is in the top right corner. Then that advances the pursuit track, which causes them to warp in and attack us. Straightest
Oh,
contact.
no.
Okay.
So 3 in the back there and there. And all of our Vipers are in a pretty crap position.
I'm sure the
Yep.
civilians will be fine.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? We discard that. We don't get any jump prep ourselves. And it is now Tory Foster's turn. So you get to draw more skill cards.
I have so many cards.
well done. You're about to add another 5.
So we actually have quite a few options.
Yeah.
I will say this. If we are concerned about space combat, I can do a lot with an XO.
We could, in theory, jump, but we probably don't want to.
We could jump at the risk of potentially losing 3 population.
Unless we can add to a roll or something like that.
What is the odds of us succeeding with the jump?
I mean, we always succeed,
need a-
but we might just lose population or not.
Yeah, it's a
You can't fail a
75%
jump.
chance to lose 3 population right now.
Yeah, that's what.
But you
I-
can't fail a jump outright. That's not possible.
Yeah, we
Right.
jump no matter what.
I think at this point we need to stop being so callous with our population. I think because 3 population loss when we've only got 10 would take us down to 7. At that point,
But
you know,
the only real problem here are the 3 raiders in the same sector as the population ship.
yeah.
Yeah, if I get XO'd, I can blow all that stuff up.
Does anyone have an XO?
Well, it would be you. It's your turn.
Oh,
Yep.
well, crap. I can draw some cards, though. If I play some quorum cards, I can draw.
Yeah.
So let me get a quorum card.
Did you already draw your
Yeah,
regular
but you won't
cards?
actually be able to play the XO anyway. But you drew your skill
yeah, you
cards,
did.
yes.
I did.
Yeah, so you won't be able to play an XO this turn, no matter what. But you might want to power through leadership to preload your hand with more XOs in the future.
Yeah, that's true. when I do the quorum thing, I can just draw whatever kind of cards I want, right?
That's right.
But remember, you're going to be discarding a whole heap of cards at the end of this turn.
That's true. When I discard them, yeah, okay, so that's true. Well, let's do this then. Oh wait, I can't play if I play a hold on. If I play a quorum card, can I not play a skill card?
That's right, because you've already used your action. Your action was to trigger the quorum chamber.
So I can't even play a skill card now.
No.
Unless you somehow get a second action.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could have discarded that quorum. Well, you've already activated. You've already drawn the card, so
Yeah.
I
guess you have to continue. At this point, you can draw your second quorum card or play a quorum card.
So I have a question for you guys. Would you rather gain 1 morale or 1 food? What's more valuable?
Right now, oof.
I'd say food,
There.
honestly. wouldn't
Probably
you?
food.
We're
I
at
guess
6
so.
food. That's kind
I
of
mean, there are
low.
more things that attack morale, but the morale number is higher.
There's one possibility from the civilian ships that you lose food, right?
That's true. I'll also say this. I know there's at least a few quorum cards that can increase morale. You can like make an inspirational speech that'll increase morale, for example. So
And
probably
food is
gain
rare?
food if we have a choice.
Okay. So I have to roll a 6 or higher. Does anyone have
Okay.
anything to help me with the dice roll?
I don't think so, no.
No. And I don't know if it's
All right.
worth using for this anyway.
Yay!
Hey!
Hey!
Nice.
So +1 food.
100% not a Cylon.
Nice. I will increase that. And you get to draw 2 skill cards.
I'm definitely going to take some green ones then.
And then it's Crisis. And that's like, is it like 3 crises in a row with no jump prep? It feels like it is. Oh, finally.
Okay.
Admiral Grilled. Admiral Chief Galen.
Okay, now part of being
No,
Tory
it's
Foster
fair.
is I don't get to choose. When it says current player here, I have to choose the top one.
Oh,
Is
'cause you're
that-
amoral. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't
His
have a
disadvantage.
choice. I don't have a choice
Yeah.
of doing the -1 morale. So I have to choose we have to do the check.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Good news is I've got lots of cards.
I need to build the Deck of Destiny. Luckily, there's a button for it now.
I can't do jack with that check, so I'll just say it in advance. Well, I could do something that might not be very helpful.
Hold on. So there's this button that says Build Destiny,
Yes.
but it didn't add enough cards.
Uh,
There's only
okay.
11 in there. There should be 12.
It's probably because I have so many in my hand.
Oh my god, it ran out of leadership. Yeah, okay, so clearly I have to reshuffle and
Oh,
add
okay.
a leadership there. Presumably that's the one that was missing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And shuffle.
Okay.
That's funny. All right. So we're doing the skill check. I will add 2 from the Deck of Destiny.
Okay.
And it is Tory's turn, which means I'm the first one to add cards. Why is everything freaking politics and leadership? All right, I'm going to. You know what? What the hell? What's the fail in this one? It's bad, right?
Leadership is a good thing here. It's green. That's what helps.
Yeah, I know, but I keep trying to.
Failure is
Save a
1
card.
morale, and the Admiral discards 2 cards, which is me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be poor.
Yep.
It would be
I'm going
1/3
next.
of
I
all
guess
of
you know
my
what?
cards.
We'll move this in here. Okay, I put in 2 cards. It's modest help.
Okay.
Kilo.
Well, I have like a super situational card that will be very little help. And it might...
Is it better used as an action?
No, it can be used as an action. It's a skill check only card.
Oh, okay.
So I can't think of any situation to use it better than this one. So
There you go.
I suppose I'll add it then.
Okay.
Move to skill check, and that's that from me.
Chief.
Okay, I'll be adding 1 card. There we go.
It's a good thing I have a lot of these cards we need.
Indeed.
And Tory, yeah.
Y'all done?
Yep, once you've added your cards. However many you plan to add.
2.
You may as well
All the
burn
cards.
all your cards at this point. Anything you were going to discard just
Mm-hmm.
because you have to discard it, as long as it's positive, you may as well just dump it in.
My God,
He's
you
adding
have
all his tactics cards.
16 skill cards in there.
I can still
Holy
toss more in.
Holy crap.
Remember,
All right,
you're going
that's
to have to
probably
discard down to
fine.
10, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is if I have to throw a bunch away, I might as well get rid of some.
Yeah, but I mean, do remember you might be throwing away something that you care less about, but
Well, like I can get rid of something that I'm pretty sure won't ever be used by me.
there you go.
So I might as well just keep what I have right now and just not throw it into the deck to the pile.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'm going to start counting.
Right up.
Okay.
That's +1. It's worth 0, right? Okay. +4. We are at +2.
Okay.
+4. +7.
Okay.
+10. +11. So we made it, but not
yeah.
overkill. Now, Iron Will does nothing, because we didn't fail, so that's fine. Dogfight. The current player may damage one Viper in a space area, or in the reserves, to remove one other card from the skill check. Okay, so that's a may. You don't have to damage anything. And then all hands on deck is, for each skill card in this check with strength of 0, add 1 to the total. So we've overkilled it even more so.
Yeah.
But with 2 of those, doesn't that mean all those zeros are now 2?
Oh.
Yeah.
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 So it's
They
added
were
an
really
extra
overkill.
6. Yeah, so...
So current player, who is Tory, do you want to damage a Viper to remove a card from the skill check?
I mean, we've already passed. What's the point?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
would be very bad. It would be horrible.
Then no.
All right. Well, you got to check these things.
I thought you were going to ask me something like, "Hey, current player, do you want to, damage
was a
a
trick
Viper
question.
to add morale or something?"
Okay. So we passed, so nothing happens. Next step is the Raiders activate. So I will start with the 3 in the rear zone. They're going to start firing at our Assault Raptor.
Yep.
So they're going to roll. A 1 is a miss. Second one. 1 is another miss.
Okay.
Third one. 8 would be a destroyed. I will
Oh.
play evasive maneuvers, forcing a reroll.
Nice.
Okay.
A 2 is now a miss.
Nice.
So all those fail, and then the other raider is simply going to move into this space, but not actually fire. Then we get a jump prep. Now, in this spot, if we did an FTL control, even if we failed our roll, we would only lose 1 population, which is not devastating.
Yeah.
That being said, it is my turn, so I will probably be destroying some stuff.
Yay!
Okay, are we all cleaned up? I got to discard this. I think my turn will be very short, so I'm going to say let's just include it in this recording. I'm going to start by drawing my cards. That is...
Shen, have you discarded cards, by the way?
Oh, no, let me do that.
You
Sorry.
need to drop down to 10.
And... draw. And I'm going to draw another one of these. Okay.
Okay, is that your turn?
No, that was just me drawing stuff. I haven't acted.
Oh, right, yes, you're saving that. We'll be saving that for the next episode, did you say?
No, my turn's going to be fast. It's just going to be a
right,
bunch of
okay.
rolls. Because I can move...
He'll just blow stuff up.
Yeah. So I can move 2 squares in the Super Viper. So this is my movement, is this. My action, first, will be to activate my CAG ability,
Right.
to activate an unmanned ship. So I'm going to activate the one that's in the square that I'm at. Roll a 7, destroying one of these. Next is I get 1 more bonus action from that CAG. So I will be playing Maximum Firepower. Which
Okay.
allows me to attack 4 times.
Nice.
3 more targets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 3 destroys.
Boom.
Very nice.
And discard
Wow. Okay, that was pretty powerful.
this. And now I'm just going to draw a crisis. I guess this might take a little bit longer. Hopefully not.
Has Shen managed to discard all the cards he needed to get rid of? Cool.
Oh,
This is
that's
a big
huge.
deal. This counts as 1 movement if we
Oh, wow.
succeed.
Oh, wow, okay.
Legendary Discovery.
Nice.
So, it's skill 14, and only... What is this? This deck is all kind of kerfuffled over here.
Oh, okay.
Discard.
But that's
There we go.
14.
Only tactics
Holy
and piloting helps, and it's a 14.
Well,
At the skill check. Hilo, you're up first.
I can
This would
help.
be amazing to pass.
I can help a tiny little bit. I could also use the card you already saw. It might help, but it might also hurt us.
I don't remember your card, so...
You know, the Trust Instincts one.
Oh, yeah, no, don't do that.
Alright, I'm going to add one card.
Trust
It's going
Instincts
to-
is good if, like, 3 or even 4 colors are good. But here, like, you're adding random cards, and only 2 colors out of
Yeah.
5, well, actually 6 with Treachery are good.
Well,
so.
I added one card. It's going to be a tiny little bit of help, but
Chief?
not a whole lot.
Okay, I'm going to be adding 2. There we go. That's me done.
Tory.
Now, Tactics is one of the cards that they get the least of, so... How many cards are you intending to add, Tory?
I'm done.
Okay. It's back to Cole.
Okay. I am going to add probably overkill amounts, which is always, risky and
This
maybe
is
a waste.
worth getting, though.
It is
Yeah.
huge.
Much worth getting.
I'm going to add 3 cards, since they're in my colors, damn it.
This is actually a pretty tough one to pass. You usually don't have a ton of piloting cards.
Yeah, but I have piloting, right?
Mm,
So that's
yeah,
the thing.
but-
Like, usually you can't use piloting cards in skill checks.
Yeah, because they are things like maximum firepower, which is really damn good.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to put one more in there. So that's a lot of
That
stuff.
was 10,
Okay.
Okay.
11.
Time to
So-
see what we've
Moments
got.
of
A lot of
truth.
cards.
So that will resolve later. Plus 3,
Okay.
plus 5, plus 6, plus 2,
Okay.
plus
Ooh.
6,
Okay.
plus 7,
Uh-huh.
plus 9, with one more card left. What the hell? That's plus 12. We are short 2. What do these do?
But I've
Okay,
put a 9
Dogfight
will.
can solve it. Force their hand. If the current player is human, he may play one skill card face up. If he does not, he must draw a mutiny card. Hold on. Iron one, what doesn't matter. So, we're at 12?
Yes.
So I can remove something. Well, I guess what I'll do then, we're at 12. So if I don't, I draw a mutiny card anyway. So I will play this, which will bring us to 15,
Okay.
Perfect.
Nice.
which means we pass.
Right.
So we place this next to the objective. It counts as one distance.
Yep.
And
And
that
now
will
we
activate
are-
the sleeper phase.
Yep.
Ooh.
But let's end the turn first, or do we activate it immediately?
Leave some suspense.
Yeah, we could keep that for the next episode.
Yeah, the sleeper phase, we will deal with that in the next episode. I
Oh, yeah,
can go and activate the base star launches raiders. Oh, which is actually going to go and... Actually, this is going to do nothing, because they just did a jump, didn't they?
Yes.
Cylon fleet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is... we put the base star... I got to roll. Hold on. Roll.
Mhm.
Base star goes in slot 3.
Okay.
Because there's no... Oh, wait, hold on. There's a base
We
star
got a
on the
base
field.
star on the field. So
yeah, we have
Oh,
one.
well, shoot. Never mind then. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there we go. So, we're at step 4. We're 4 distance, which means the sleeper phase activates. We hand out the last few loyalty cards and find out, well, one of us for sure is going to be a Cylon.
Let's do
One of
that
us
in the
for
next
sure is going to be a
episode.
mutineer. That'll
Yeah.
be the next episode. Thanks for
Before-
watching, everyone.
Thanks for
Before we
watching.
go, quick question.
Yeah.
Since we just advanced one position, do
Yeah.
we move the jump prep back to start, or does it stay there?
We didn't actually jump.
Yeah, we didn't jump.
So it doesn't count
Yeah.
as a jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Very interesting. It doesn't count as a jump. So we're still on the verge of jumping.
Cool.
So we don't clear the board either. It just counts as one distance.
Yep.
Because we found, I don't know, a map to shorten our trip or something.
So thanks
Well,
for
it
watching,
says we-
everyone.
It says we found a legendary discovery.
Yeah, that's right. See you next time, folks.
See you
Take
next
care.
time.
Bye-bye.